Hello students, good evening. Today we are discussing synchronic and diachronic studies in linguistics, which is given by Ferdinand de Saussure. So what is synchronic and diachronic are the binary pair introduced by Ferdinand de Saussure in his course in general linguistics. This was the name of the book, written by Ferdinand de Saussure in 1916. Three things are very important. This idea, this study of linguistics, synchronic and diachronic, introduced by Ferdinand de Saussure in his book Course in General Linguistics in 1916. The term diachrony and synchrony refer respectively to an evolutionary phase of the language, that is evolutionary phase of language is diachronic, and to a language state, that is synchrony. Right now there are two different dimensions of language study which define the two available temporal axes for the analysis of language, which can logically be extended to encompass virtually all forms of human activities. What he says that there are two dimensions of language study, means we can study a language in two dimensions which define the two available temporal axes for the analysis of language, and this way we can analyze the language. We can logically be extended to encompass virtually all forms of human activities. Now another is Theophile Obenga in Genetic Linguistic Connections of Ancient Egypt and the Rest of Africa, says in reality diachronic and synchronic linguistic interlock, means they coexist actually. For example, analyzing the word order in a sentence exclusively in Old English is a study of synchronic linguistics. But analyzing how word order change in a sentence from Old English to Middle English to Modern English is considered as a diachronic study. The synchronic diachronic distinction is accepted by most of Saussure's successors and is valid in the present day linguistics too. So what they are saying, that example is that suppose we are analyzing word order in a sentence exclusively in Old English, right? So suppose in Old English we what in Old English what was the word order, and if we study, that is synchronic linguistics. But analyzing how word order change in a sentence from Old English to Middle English or Modern English, that study is called diachronic, because here we are doing doing study of old to present day language, right? Old English to present Modern English, right? Now synchronic linguistics, also known as descriptive linguistics or general linguistics, is the study of language. So that is the synchronic linguistics is the study of language at a particular time, whereas diachronic linguistics is the historical study of language. That is period of time and point of time. You just have to remember this way: point in time and period in time, right? So that here you just have to study point in time, or here in diachronic we study period of time from here to here. Here we just study just for point of time at that particular point of time. That is called synchronic and that is called diachronic. Okay, now synchronic linguistics is the geographic study of language, and diachronic as the linguistics refers to the study of how a language evolves over a period of time. So that is geographic study, means geographic means particular geographic study, right, of language. And then, so that is synchronic. Synchronic is geographical study, and diachronic is the study of how that language is evolved, right? Now synchronic linguistics is the geographic study of language, while diachronic study undertake historical study of language. Synchronic considered language as a static entity, not a changing. So in synchronic, they suppose that the language is static, it's not changing, while diachronic linguistics is the study of language through different periods in history, like middle to modern, old to middle to modern, right? They look at language over a period of time to make comparisons, and would be used, for example, to study the development of English pronoun usage, right? That's a very good example. That's a how development of English pronoun usage. On the other hand, synchronic linguistics is descriptive. Synchronic linguistics is descriptive, and then analyzing how the parts of language or grammar work together. So that is how the parts of language or grammar work together. That is the descriptive, right? So that's on the other hand, synchronic linguistics is descriptive, and they analyzing how the parts of language, synchronic, right, parts of language or grammar work together, right? How proper syntax gives a sentence meaning, right? That is, they do not consider how language has resolved. So they, synchronic is more focused on usage, right? So that is synchronic. Okay, the synchronic linguistics is descriptive, and they analyzing how the parts of language or grammar work together. So how like different language and then grammar work together, how proper syntax gives a sentence meaning, means proper syntax is subject plus verb then object. So how it gives complete meaning. They do not consider how language has evolved, so they don't bother about how language has evolved. They just focus, synchronic is focus on structure. This way we can understand. For example, synchronic linguistics study of how parts of a language combine to form words or phrases, right? So for example, on the other hand, right? So here hand is noun, right? Sorry, other is, that is other is adverb, right? On is preposition, the is article, but as a whole, on the other hand, right? So this way, this is the study of linguistics and how parts of language combine to form words. So that how these parts of speech or phrases, how phrases or combine a combination of verb makes the which part of speech. This is the study of linguistics. Whereas the study of how the development of English from old English period to 20th century occurred is a diachronic study we had already discussed. Now for example, if we consider the Normans conquest of England in uh, 1066 and various words they brought, that's not bought, that is they brought with them, right? And so that is Normans brought new words with them. So that is a diachronic look. uh, Look could analyze what new words were adopted. So then diachronic will study that what new words were added in the language, while once fell out of use, and how long that process look for select words. A synchronic study might look at the language at different points before the Norman and other. Note how you need a longer time period for diachronic study than synchronic one. So definitely diachronic study takes much time because they do study of different parts, right? So that is called diachronic, and synchronic is just uh, the particular time, and their focus is on grammar only. So as a whole we can conclude that synchronic study is the linguistics, that's a study of language, where they just study of different words and combination of words, phrases, grammar, sentence formation. That is synchronic study. Diachronic study, development, their focus is on development, how new words are added, how language moves, which words have become archaic, and what new Google and Googling and WhatsApp, I'll do WhatsApp. So these are the verbs. And Google the boy. So Googled is adjective which is newly added. So this is the study from Old English to from origin to modern English. So that's the study is diachronic, and synchronic is more they focus on structure, grammar and all. That is the conclusion, right? So that is all. Thank you so much. We will discuss it more in next slideshow. Thank you so much. God bless you.